desktop. Okay, I'll upload it on Google Drive after the class. If you both have any issue, you can just do it from you can just download it from there and go through the recording of today's. And once we start our regular session, log in properly through a laptop so that you can have a recording option, right? Right. So, yeah, if anybody on speaker, just mute yourself so that it won't be inconvenience for us. Okay, anyway, I'll meet from mind you all. Now, to begin with, we got to first understand the entire flow of the module. Now, here, let me go to the whiteboard. This is the module what you're learning, right? Now, when you speak about the training program here, I made like a project which covers the end-to-end execution of the sales module. For that, you got to have some knowledge of make, that is production. In SAP it is PP module. You got to have some knowledge of MM, that is maintain, that is MM point of view. You got to have the complete knowledge of sales, that is SD, and you got to have some knowledge of accounting, that is FI, that is for banking point of view. So make to maintain, maintain to sell, sell to bank. In order to justify this, you got to have a strong integration with finance module, SD with FI, SD with production, SD with MM, and SD with WM. So this will help you to execute the entire project cycle of end to end of one complete status of SD module, where you'll be seeing the core customizing part, how to make the applications organized in SAP, and then we'll see how to use like an end user. When you speak about training here, first you will customize, which is a core job of a consultant. Then you will integrate, which is a core job of a consultant. Then you execute, which is the job of an end user. This is the end user job. This is a consultant job. This is a consultant job. So first we customize, then we integrate, then we log into the end user screen to see how it executes. Now we need to have all the knowledge, then only if you say you have 3+ years of experience, you can justify the high-end configurable knowledge of integration. You can justify all the areas knowledge of the module. You can justify the integration knowledge, and you can also justify the customizing knowledge, which is all very, very important. So this is the focus of the training. The entire SAP having two phases, that is SAP Easy Access, IMG screen. This is the end user work area. This is the core consultant work area. So what all we start with the subject, first we'll go to the IMG screen, then we go to the end user screen to execute how it happens. So everything first will begin with understanding of IMG activity, then we understand the end user job. So every session we will have a PowerPoint presentation, okay, and live scenarios, that is case studies, which I encountered during my project. That will be as a example specs of the concept of PowerPoint, and that will be executed in SAP by, by customizing. So that during the training itself you understand what is the client expectation. These live scenarios will help you to understand the requirement. That is, when you're working in a project, so the client will ask his requirement, client will raise his requirement. So understanding the client requirement is nothing but the case studies. Here during the job it's a project requirements where you will be analyzing it and understanding it, documenting it, getting an approval of the client. Then that part you start executing in the system. Okay, which is nothing but your customizing part. And then we'll see the end user usage, how it will be usable. Okay, so at the end of the day, you are organized with the core integration with other modules supported to the entire SD module. Clear? Hope you both got the clarity. Just spare me. Anybody text me? Okay. You can just chat whenever you have any doubt, or unmute yourself and ask me wherever you have any doubt. Now, to begin with, first a quick understanding what is the, when I say a training itself is going like a project, what is the roles and responsibilities of a consultant? Okay, let us have a clear understanding on a project based program which has been designed, which has all the status involved, and it also have the basic identification. And just give me a minute please. Okay, you all hear me, right? Yep. Venkat, can you hear me? All right. So when you speak about the first identification of SAP, it is a product of ERP, which purely stands for Systems Application, sorry, Enterprise Resource Planning. The term itself is very clear. Okay, it provides the resources according to the client business expectation. That is the key motive of ERP. There are so many products of ERP available in the market, but still SAP play a number one role. The reason, this is a software which has the complete business solutions. You name a department that can be organized. So once a company is SAP implemented, they no need to look out for any other software or any other ERP. Reason, it's a one step for end solutions. Because you name a department, it can be compatible in SAP. That many modules we have. SD, MM, FI, WM, HR. As you go on, there are a lot many. So a company once purchased a SAP software, it's a one single step for all solutions as said. So how it is justified, I'll tell you. Now, for example here, this is a non-SAP software. Every module is independently maintained and you are pulling it to the portal and you are executing. The dependency is very high, programming and technicalities involved. But in SAP, so what you're understanding, it's a chain link, right? So the common areas are being interlinked, that is nothing but integration. This will automatically exchange the information between the modules. So for example, once the production is being done, the stock is updated to the inventory. Once the stock is being updated in inventory, it will reflect in the WM, that is warehouse. And from here, the sales department will sell the product. Okay, and then it will go and hit in the finance books. So information will exchange automatically. As I sell the product, the stock will deduct automatically. There is no need to send any kind of update. So it all happens automatically. That's the user-friendly features which SAP got, which none of the other ERP product got. Okay, of automation, especially. Manually it can be done anyway. The outcome is same, but automatically it will be done, and without any programming backup or coding, it will be executable. It's a purely functional phase. So companies who are SAP implemented, their profits are going up but not coming down because of its dependentless infrastructure and user-friendly operations and quick access. Like that, there are many more features. Okay, as you go on, you understand better. Now, the very a layman example, if I give you, now Oracle is a popular ERP, but Oracle as a company runs on SAP. Microsoft is a popular company. Microsoft has a product called Microsoft Dynamics, which is an ERP product, but Microsoft itself run on SAP. So that's where SAP as a product stand in the market. Okay, it has a huge scope, and it is the number one and the largest ERP among the existing ERP products available in the entire world, the entire IT industry, I can say. Done. So once I go to the next phase, SAP itself stands for Systems Application Product, which is purely meant for maintaining the database of a company. So any company who is going for SAP implementation, it is only for database maintenance, but not for any other purpose. Now this is a company which is started by name SAP AG in the year 1972 with a single system architecture, a one-tier architecture. Now as we are coming to the next generations, it has been upgraded, and in the year 1996 it has been introduced with three-tier architecture. Our database server, which is the master copy of the main software, images of that is identified as application servers, where we, the functional consultant, will log into the functional, and the technical consultant will log into the technical, and the end user will log into the production. So a same software is been made as a various application layers, we'll call as the clients. Okay, so in one application layer what I customize, until I migrate to other, it won't be presented. So every individual according to the domain will log into the respective client and start performing their business role as a consultant. And once everything is been done, we move it to the production system, and there the integrations will be done, and that will be the final client, which will be given access to the end user clients, end users. So they have only the login credentials to use, and we have the login credentials to make, maintain, and develop. And finally, all the transaction history will be having a dump in the DBMS. So a three-tier architecture made the user to perform, made the consultant to organize, made the administrator to maintain, made the developer to develop. So all the people can perform their business role without disturbing or without deviating others, because it has been organized in individual layers. Likewise, you have many more features in three-tier architecture. Now once this three-tier architecture is introduced, it is identified as a multi-user interface. many people can log in and perform their business role. So that's a quick startup of R3. Still, we'll have much more understanding, as today is a very beginning session. We're just understanding how we are organized, that is number one, and what is architecture, that is number two, and what is SAP as a software, that is number three. And then they are the people who are known as the key founders of SAP. Now, when you go for SAP implementation, as I say that my training program is organized like a project, and it has been involved with the critical integrations of other modules, and it covers the complete module execution with all the stages customized and run like an end user transaction. So during the project, what are the phases? In which phase you will be working, and who are the people who are working on the respective phases, and what exactly consists of? At a higher level, how many phases are there? We'll understand that. So first is the development stage, then it's a testing stage, then the product of SAP is ready. Now here you can see, when I speak about the development, we have a project preparation stage, we have a business blueprint stage, we have a realization stage. So just give me a minute, please. Okay, so a project development stage, we have a project preparation. At this stage, you got to understand how the project is been prepared to begin with. Our blueprints, what are the stages involved? Our realization, what it consists of, testing, final phase, production, and go live and support. Now, to begin with, totally five phases. The first phase, a consultant, say project team is identified and roles are defined. Project naming is done. Deliverables and schedules are defined. Scoping of the project is done at micro level. Infrastructure is defined. Project kickoff meetings is held up. Now here, a project team is identified when I say who are the key people who need to be executable a project. For example, now assume that I got a project of um, uh, which belongs to an automobile industry. So for example, now Ford, which is SAP implemented already. So let us take example of Ford. Ford is the company who want to implement SAP. Now, being a project lead, I need to identify who are the key people I want. So I select from the available people in my company of the consultants team, a functional side, who have good knowledge enough to justify my client's requirement. So project team is identified and roles are defined. And it is not one SD consultant who do everything. We'll be having a not less than 2 to 4 of SD consultant. It can be more depending upon the project size and number of days. And the entire module will be divided among these people. So you play a part of the module customized as your business role in a project, not completely. So project team is given, project is been given a different name. We never say Ford, we give a different name. And deliverables and schedules are defined according to each and every individual caliber. We start giving the schedules as per the business requirement, and we, the individuals who got the role clarity, will need to understand the scope of the project at micro level, and infrastructure is defined. That is the system landscape. How many offshore system, how many on-site system, how many servers, how many clients, how many users and all. And every employee, that is every consultant, need to interact with the client, like how we are taking you people are taking the session to go to meeting and you are hearing my presentation. The same way we use the Citrix tools, okay, to participate and to interact with the on-site clients with the live meetings, with all sharing the screen and interacting so that we understand and he understand what we're going to give and we understand what we need to do. So project kickoff meetings are held. That's the first phase. And then if I go to the second phase, we, the consultants, visit the site for the system study. That is, if it is an on-site, I need to understand how he's organized. I need to understand how he prefers his infrastructure to be in SAP. Okay, so for example, a Ford company is using some, say, Blackberries. It is other software. Currently, they are using a Blackberry to maintain. It's an ERP uh, to maintain their infrastructure, sales infrastructure. Now they want to move to SAP. Now, when we want to implement SAP into Ford, I need to know how they are organized. So we will be interacting with the senior most sales manager who will be made as the uh, customer support resource to whom we consultants will conduct the meetings and we understand how his infrastructure is organized and he will start explaining how the Ford company is organized, how the Ford sales system is organized. So it's we the consultants who will understand and analyze. So consultant visit the site for the system study, understand and analyze the business process and document requirement as a business blueprint. So I made a sample for this. Just give me a minute. Let me show so that you will have a good understanding how a blueprint look like. Just bear me. So here it's just a sample to make you understand what consists of what a blueprint consists, how a document look like. I've just made on a word. Every company will have their own template. In the template it will organize. Just understand the content. Just understand the summary of the documentation. See how many plants are there, how many divisions are there. I've taken an example of Dell here. Say we have plants and Dell, they have laptops, desktop services they are into, and they are reachable to the south sales organization, north sales organization. This is the identification of a sales territory and offices how they are reachable. Okay, I mean the company own offices and the people who operate the office, the territory office. Okay, it can be showrooms or anything. It can be, and the stock points, that is storage location, and the shipping point, the transportation points. So these all are the infrastructure details what I have been documented and I need to organize them all into a template here. See, I made the client's infrastructure which is called as enterprise structure, the first and foremost stage. Now here you can see company, company code. These both are from accounting point of view. Plant, this is from production and inventory part. Warehouse, this is WM point of view. Shipping point, this is transportation point of view. And sales organization, distribution division, area, office, group, person. These all are the core areas of SD module. So here what we're doing, we are covering the core areas of accounting, production and inventory, and warehouse, and the shipping. So when you bridge the relation among all these modules relevant applications connected commonly and integrate and bridge the interfaces, Once the sale has been done, when the sale has been happening, the stock is been pulled from warehouse. It is getting from the storage location. It is sold to the plant, and the budget is released from the company, that is accounting. And after the sale, you see the payment go and hit the account system of maintained under company code. So to analyze the entire project flow, I made a structure which covers the core module completely along with the critical areas of other modules, which gives you the complete analysis of the entire flow. So that's the flow of the structure, and that's the flow of the documentation of the client infrastructure, and that's the flow of the interfaces, how it helps out to complete the analysis of the project. So that's all of our second phase, document requirement of blueprints. Now this got to get client sign off with his approval, and we got to pull all the data from non-SAP system to SAP system, and for that the client should get signed off, and we connect the legacy system to migrate the data from non-SAP system to SAP system, and that's all in the second phase. Now when you go to the third phase, which is nothing but the realization stage. So here we come to our realization that what I understood and what the client is looking into, and once he is good to go, then as per the business blueprints, we come up with we completely come up with the customizing cycle, and for that, if any kind of programs are to be defined, the developer will go with the programs for data transfer, etc., from development point of view, and we the functional consultants, according to the authorization profiles, that is according to the role clarity, we start configuring all those documents and all those applications relevant to the respective module, and we also prepare the user training modules, and we integrate. Once it has been done, the very next stage is the final phase. We do come up with the testing. Okay, so testing is carried out, that is, for example, now here as said, I want to sell. So when I'm selling, after sales it is delivery, after delivery it is billing. So in order to sell, it need to connect it to WM. In order to deliver, it need to connect it to MM. In order to bill, it need to connect to FI. So we do run the test transaction which covers the entire SD cycle, and which have a reflection in the near module since we do the integrations. So I sell automatically, the inventory should come down, automatically should raise the requirement for production, automatically should update the GL account in terms of payments. So I'll test whether these all things are happening or not. So, got you? Clear? Now we also prepare the user training manuals to provide the training to the user according to their job role clarity, and we come up with a technical environment installed, so that if any issues relevant to the tables level, the developer, that is a mapper, will go with the support relevant to the technical issues, and data is migrated to the new system, and there we make the cutover plans. So once you see the production system ready, we as a functional consultant, we move all the customized cycle to the fair new system, and there we make the cutover plans, which is the end user work area. According to his job profile, when he log in with his username, system will permit only those transactions to be executable. So cutover plans are something like the user authorizations. As per the client specifications given, we make this, and then it's all done. We will be sitting on a support desk because now Ford is being given an project to IBM, and we, the employees of IBM, are making the SAP project made as per the Ford requirements done. Now it's we, the IBM, who need to check, who need to support the Ford system for at least for 2 to 3 years, for example, which includes the contract. After that, it may be given to Accenture, or it may be given to Intel, or it may be given to Infosys. So either of the way, till the end of the Ford life they are using with SAP, they need to maintain the support services. So after the implementation, it's a consultant who will be sitting on a support desk to check the system performance on a daily basis. For example, now this is the festival time. Lot many companies are announced the 50% off, flat 50%, flat 40%, flat 30%. After the festival, it should show the full price. So we need to check such things, check the system performance on a daily basis. For example, our offer is announced valid till this weekend. So once it has been done, the coming Monday it should show the full price. So I need to check such kind of validation of business performance and the configuration. And if any changes you made, follow up the training programs and roll out a new add-ons. Already a company is SAP implemented. They want to go for a new updations. For example, now let me take example of Lenovo, who are recently 2 3 years back launched a phone also. Earlier, Lenovo is known for only desktops and laptops, but they have a new segment of phones and tabs. So it's a new area, a new production, a new sales, a new dealers, new distributors, new pricing, everything. It's like a mini project. So that's the rollout. And finally, once everything is done, sign off, and from there your post-production steps will be started. So during the training program, you got to have a complete understand how to make, that is implementation, how to maintain, that is the end user job, how to troubleshoot the situations, that is support job, right? So you will be uh, developing a strong competency of implementation, usage, supporting, that is troubleshooting, and also requirement gathering, understanding the kind of situations. That's the end outcome of the entire program. To begin with, it's a first interaction. We have talked about all the stages and how it will be. From our next session, we're going to have a complete understanding of one by one every topic. We're going to have a strong understanding of every topic theoretically first. Then we see how to make, and then we see how to use it. Clear for all? All right. Thank you. Yeah. Any doubt, Rajita?
Okay. Do we configure each and every
Everything,
means pricing?
everything will.
Okay.
Yeah. Because see, okay, I'll do. Until you configure, you cannot execute it. You configure your enterprise structure, customer master data, account groups, number ranges, partner determination, material master data, relevant areas of accounting, that is what you say, global settings, posting periods of accounting, and in material type. Just give me Venkat a minute, let me fix up, let me answer this question then. And we configure all kind of sales documents, pricing schemes, discount, free goods, and we configure the shipping determinations, delivery types, integration with the WM, where we configure the movement types, and we also configure some of GL accounts, that is general ledger of accounting, so that the reductions of the stock from accounting point of view, and billing documents, okay, bills of materials, okay, lot many topics are there, okay, everything we configure and we execute like an end user.
Okay.
In one project, what all the things mostly are customizable, all the things will be seeing. Other than that, the key areas of production, that is MRP controls, plant parameters, they also will be covered. some parts of other module, because here I don't have any group of people, right? It's I individual. So it's you individual. When you have a competency of making all with your own caliber, it's the best clarity, so that you speak like a real time person who have one or two full implementation experience, been a part of a team. How he speaks, that level skill set you'll be updating. Clear?
Okay. Okay.
Yes, Venkat, please. What is your concern? You have a question? Hello, Venkat.
The non-SAP systems you already, one second. Yeah, the non-SAP to SAP system requirements, how do we prepare the templates? Because when we, in the session phase 4, fourth phase,
See,
so
no,
when you explain,
yeah. So when you speak about the non-SAP point of view, we have a tool called LSNW, Legacy Systems Migration Workbench. Okay,
yes,
where we connect to the SAP system, the non-SAP
mm,
system, and what all
mm,
the information to be pulled in, that will be pulled in
mm,
according to the client and the user specifications, which is a ABAP's job. We have a model called ABAP. Okay.
yeah,
So which areas to
mm,
be updated is been told by the functional people with the coordination with an ABAP, it will be uploaded. And this will be done during the non-working hours. Okay. It's
mm,
like, see, simple. The very first day you purchased a phone around 10 to 12 years back, you have some database. After a couple of 1 or 2 years, you might have changed a new phone. So you'll pull all the information of your existing phone to your new phone, right? From there you start
yes,
maintaining. The same way here also, right? Because the transaction history is there from more than 50, 60, 100 years. So the existing customer database is very vast. From today I can update it in SAP, but how about the transactions done till yesterday? All to be pulled in,
mm,
then only it is organized. Our job is meant to make the infrastructure organized. In that, that can be usable to create fresh as a transaction. In that already you can pull it existing transaction and you can make it. Either of the way you can do it. The first job is customizing the make of the layout. That is very, very important. If there is no layout,
yes,
where you migrate? Got me?
yeah, yeah,
That all right.
yeah, thanks.
So let's meet in tomorrow session with the same link and have
Okay,
our next level of execution, and start up with the base understanding of very first topic, what is enterprise structure, and thereby we go. Right?
okay.
All right.
Do you know Lokanath Bandaru?
I'll talk to you after the session. I mean,
Oh, oh,
okay.
yeah,
All right.
okay.